Well,
So I figured we'd just do a little test episode.
Okay.
More or less. But so get this.
all right.
Get this.
I'm getting it.
This is a day ago. Police bust world's biggest video game cheat operation. The police seized $46 million in assets, including several luxury cars. And we're talking like nice freaking cars.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, so these guys were running a website called Chicken Drumstick. Yeah, Chicken Drumstick. And they sold subscriptions, $10 a day up to $200 a month for hacks, basically, for games like Call of Duty Mobile and Overwatch. Those are just the only two they named. But yeah, so they would just sell hacks to these games.
Hacks, like...
You know, aim bots and just different cheats. Different cheats. And they, 10 people were arrested, and I don't know what this means, but the police found and destroyed 17 cheats. I'm guessing they mean, like, computers.
I feel like cops don't know,
they don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, clearly the people involved in this have no idea what they're talking about. We destroyed 17 cheats today and arrested 10 people. What? What do you mean you destroyed the cheats?
How did you accomplish that feat? Do you think now that you destroyed those cheats that those players aren't using those cheats?
Is that how that works? But what do you mean you destroyed cheats?
I don't know.
How do you destroy cheats? I'm assuming they mean like we destroyed computers or...
Yeah, like they have to be...
Erase programs on computers?
Do you think cops know how to do that? I feel like they don't have the proper training or knowledge to do that.
Maybe some specialists in the police do.
Maybe, yeah. The ones that are like, I just mess with computers all day. They may know that. That's kind of silly.
It says right here, though, in 2019, a survey revealed around a third of gamers admit to using cheats to improve their chances online. That's a lot.
That's a lot of gamers.
That's a lot. I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, but did you see Apex Respawn shut down 400 accounts?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like, holy crap, because they were just all cheating. I was like, dude, why play a game if you're going to cheat? Like, at that point, you should just play the game.
Right.
Like, it's frustrating. I get that, you know, because we jump on and we're like... had a really crappy game tonight or whatever. Yeah, but it's like...
Instead, some people are willing to pay $200 just to win some matches. Like, wow, really?
It must be a self-esteem boost thing, right? Like,
How would that boost your self-esteem to know that I'm only winning because I paid?
But that's your thought process of doing it. But like for them, it's just like, I'm winning. You ignore how you win. It's like the people in sports.
You feel good because you're winning.
Yeah, it's like the people in sports that take steroids and still are like, I'm the best. It's like, only because you're cheating.
Yeah, because you cheated. Yeah, you cheated to the number one spot, but I guess you're number one.
Yeah, like, because as long as no one ever finds out, I mean, that's got to be... No, it's not. No, there's no secret there, really. It really comes down to, like, you hide that fact just because you don't want to get caught, but, like, at the same time, what's really the repercussions of cheating? You lose your title. That's it. That's all that happens. You don't go to jail. There's no real... I mean, you may lose sponsorships like sports players do.
Oh, well, these people went to jail.
Yeah, but they weren't cheating.
They were the ones making the
Yeah, they weren't cheating.
They were selling the cheats. Yeah. 17 cheats were destroyed. It's said to be the world's biggest cheating case.
Also, why did they go to jail?
I don't know, because China arrested them.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, yeah, they were creating the cheats, but they were selling a legitimate product that people wanted. It's not like it was like some like black market thing.
This is it is technically a black market thing. It's a collaborative effort between Chinese police and Tencent.
Who's the last one?
Tencent?
Yeah.
It's a huge game developer from China.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like the biggest game developer in China. But yeah.
I can see them getting prosecuted. You know?
Yeah, I think the problem comes down to not copyright per se, but they are breaking terms and conditions, which is that they're editing the code.
Is that grounds for jail time?
Yeah, totally.
Do you think it actually
Cheaters
is?
should go to jail. All cheaters should go to jail.
Like, eventually then at that point, like, you
Not
should...
just the people selling them, the people that buy it should go to jail too.
Oh, I disagree.
I think they're okay. All right, fine. A less harsh punishment is they're banned from the game.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
You're banned from the game. You can't play anymore.
Like, do what Respawn did. They banned a bunch of people.
Yeah, but they should ban by the ISP. Yep. or the IP address. That's it.
Yeah.
They should ban the IP address.
I was like, I was so lost.
They should ban all of Comcast.
I was like, excuse me.
One guy on Comcast cheated. Ban Comcast. Nobody with Comcast can play our video games.
Banned by the internet service provider. Excuse me, sir. I don't want that.
Yeah, I do.
No, I still don't think they should be they should be banned. I agree with that. The people who were doing it, I don't think they should go to jail either, though.
The people that were hacking the...
Yeah, I really don't think they should go to jail. I think, if anything, they should also be banned. Or, if anything, put them on a watch list, you know?
I don't think they should be banned. It doesn't seem like they're actually playing the game.
No, they're not. They're making money off of people wanting to cheat.
Yeah, which, by all means, good for them.
I feel like is a sound market, okay? Like
it's an illegal market. But
it shouldn't be a legal market because it's one of those things that's like people just want to...
shouldn't be legal.
Cheating is it's just a game. It's just a game. Yeah. So like if they want to win so badly that they go out of their way to go buy cheats.
Well, okay, I will say,
like,
I have felt like in D&D, if one of my players is going to cheat, whatever, man. Is that seriously? You have to cheat in a team-based game in order to have fun? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what gets you kicks.
And that's the way I look at it. Is like if they're going to do it, they're just going to do it anyways. So like, what real punishment should there be? Because it's not like these guys were. I mean, granted, they made
$76 million.
They did make a lot of money, but it's not like I don't know. I just don't feel like it really matters. The people were willing to spend that money to get this. Mm-hmm. So those guys were just looking at a market and being like, we can fill that role.
That's true.
And that shouldn't be illegal for them.
I don't think they should have done it. I don't
know. Like, the reason I don't see it as a bad thing is because it's any market you can be in.
Here's my thing. Modding, hacking, all that stuff, if it's a single player game, dude, no problem whatsoever. But they're modding and hacking multiplayer only games.
Yeah, true. They are.
I'm like, that's an issue. I don't know.
They are. And they were smart to do that, though.
Because that's where the market really is.
That is where it's at. No one cares about cheating on a single player game.
Yeah, people don't pay for those.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, you want to be able to beat people on Apex, you have to pay us.
Yeah.
Where, you want a Fallout mod? Here you go, I made it for free.
Yeah, everyone freaking puts out mods just because they're like, yeah, I do this anyways. But like, cheating just seems that going to jail seems like a harsh punishment for what they did.
Of course, they're going to jail. It's China. That's their lowest form of punishment is jail time.
I mean, fair. They are pretty ridiculous.
They got off pretty easy if they're just going to jail. And then losing $46 million in assets.
46 million, but that still leaves them 30 million somewhere.
Somewhere, right? Because it's like, well, because it was more like they've made $76 million, and then they're like, but we seized 46 million in solid assets. So I wonder where the other 30 million is.
Hopefully in offshore accounts. Hopefully if they're smart.
Because they can just pay for their bail. I don't even know. China doesn't have bail.
I don't know if they have bail or not.
They don't have bail.
I'm assuming, they probably don't. But I don't want to badmouth China too much.
I do.
I said too much.
I'll badmouth China.
Hey, you got you can't miss the bear thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Breaking news. Oh, geez, this autoplay.
That's the breaking news?
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
That's some great news. I love it.
Hold on. I want to read ahead before I start reading it.
To make sure it's not a dud.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Dog found on road today.
Aww.
I didn't say it was dead. Why did you jump to that?
Oh, okay. It's just found on the road.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I had a great vacation, by the way.
Yeah?
Yeah. Went to the beach. And it was great because I kept getting told how much it was raining here while I was gone.
It was bad.
And I was like, man, it's glorious. Like, walked the beach at night. Brought my rum with me a couple of times. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. And then, yeah, that was it. I really walked the beach a lot, honestly. Oh, no, we went to a bar called Tavern in the Woods. And I guess I should reverse. All right, let's back up for a
Okay.
second, because this bar, in comparison to what happened before, is amazing. So we actually went to a hookah bar first, somewhere in Little River or something like that, and it's on like a strip mall plaza style thing, and like so we go in there. It's nighttime, and there's like very little cars in the parking lot, and this place just nothing happening. And so Zach and I get a share of one of the hookahs, and we're just chilling there talking. I get a beer because they said they have Jack of Coke. And I was like, I'll get a Jack of Coke because I don't see anything with rum in it. So she's like, just to let you know, it's not like actual Jack of Coke. And I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
And then she brings out the bottle, Jack Daniel's, like a soda bottle of like Jack Daniel Jack and Coke.
So it's official Jack and Coke.
Yeah, yes. It tasted like if someone watered down the Jack and then splashed Coke in it.
That didn't sound good.
It did not taste good. It was really sweet and really nasty. And it was just like, I'm not having this. I finished it and then got a Corona afterwards.
Yeah,
but then,
just go with a classic at that point.
Yeah, and so like we're sitting here and it starts. All of a sudden, Zach's been talking about. He's like, it's dead here. He's like, it's a Friday night and it's dead. He's like, this place has such potential because of the style, the way it looks, everything. Like he was thinking of this place in Chattanooga called Cloud9 that we used to go to all the time.
I went there once with you.
Yeah, dude, that place was amazing. It was popping.
It was okay. Yeah.
Like
it was popping. I will give you that. It was.
But
popping.
it was popping. Okay. Him and I were discussing it. It was popping because probably there was a lot of drug deals going on because of where it was at and like
it was in a like. It was one of those places that's like the sign's out front, but you don't know where the door is.
Yeah, because the door was like on the side of the building, up some stairs.
Yeah.
It was like,
without a sign on it.
Yeah, without a sign.
There was a sign in front of the building
saying
with a bunch of different like there's a bunch of shops there and stuff.
Yeah, saying
like,
Cloud9.
It's here. It's like, in this building.
Where though?
And then you had to go like not behind the building, but essentially you had to turn.
You had to go to the side of the building.
To the alley, climb a set of stairs to the second floor, and then go in the building. And all of a sudden, you open the door, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, it's a bar."
And like, yeah, but the whole time you're like, "What door do I open?" Because all of these do not look like a place I want to be in. And then you open that door, and it's just lights, strobe lights, freaking
cool
so much happening. Of course, the shisha smoke, and then but they had themed nights, which I don't know if you ever went with us on a themed night.
I didn't. No.
And like, so they had like bubble nights where the waitresses would bring like this pan with soap and water, pull out the bubble and blow smokes into it and stuff like that, and do random other stuff while strobe lights going. I feel like you had to be really high or drunk through a lot of these stuff, but it was actually a lot of fun. And since Zach did neither of those two things really, I assume it must have been fun sober because he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I didn't necessarily not enjoy it, but it's definitely not. I definitely prefer going to a bar that has a pool table.
Fair enough.
I'd rather just like if we're gonna go to a bar, let's at least play some pool.
See, we would go there and just all of us would just talk. We'd just sit around the
pool and talk.
We would just sit around the bar, the little table, smoke the shisha, and then just talk to each other about whatever. Yeah, we do that here now. But the shisha would probably make it amazing. This would probably be the best thing on YouTube if we just had.
Did hookah?
Yeah. But no, anyways. So we go to this crap hookah bar in Little River, and all of a sudden it starts popping at around 10:30, and it's just a bunch of people coming in, but they're all really ghetto-fied. I hate to use that wording, but like super ghetto. Okay, like. It got really weird and awkward, and then Zach being one of the few white guys in there, I started feeling uncomfortable for him because a couple of people came in and gave him some eyes, and I was like, "We should go." It's like we should leave. It's getting weird in here, right? And he's like, "Yeah, let's go."
Yeah, I would leave that to you. I would definitely leave that up to you. Because did I tell you about John? My buddy John that I made in Kennesaw, where he invited me to a couple of his dorm parties because he was at college there, and I'd go to the party and I'd be the only white guy, and I never even noticed until one of them pointed it out, and they're like, "You like the token white guy?" And I'm like, "Oh, I am. I thought we were just talking about Ninja Turtles."
It's like, yeah, but that's the thing, right? As long as the atmosphere is okay and like it doesn't feel uncomfortable. You should never notice what the other people's race really is. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can't be colorblind fully on it, but like,
right.
It's still, you shouldn't care.
The reason I'm mentioning it is because like if we were hanging out at that place, I totally would have just been nonchalant.
Yeah.
I would definitely need you to be like, actually, those guys just gave us some ice, so we should leave.
Yeah, because
I don't know, man. It seems cool. People are here now.
Yeah, like Zach was like, "This is getting more popular," and then all of a sudden, like, but I had watched 2 different groups of black guys walk in and just kind of like mean mug him, and I was like,
"That's weird. I wonder what's going on."
And then like what gave me the thing is when the last group came in, they stared at him but didn't do anything, and then they got to this doorway that we were sitting next to, and they just beams, and I was just like.
I'm gonna take my friend out.
Yeah, we should just go.
That's weird, man. I don't know why people are like that.
I don't either, man. But anyways, so what made Tavern in the Woods amazing was that experience at the hookah bar. Okay. Because then it's dark. It's like at the hookah bar, it's super dark and all this.
Was that the place that you sent me a couple pictures?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That did look fun.
And so
looked like a cool place to go.
Yeah, we show up there and it's popping. This place. Zach's like, this is where we should have been, because as we're showing up, a live band is shutting down their stuff, getting ready to leave. Yeah. And I was like, dude, the lights are bright. It's it's like such a drastic change, like from this dark room that we were sitting in with cloud smoke into this like bright, bubbly atmosphere of people just being like, cheers, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like,
that's where I'd rather be.
Yeah, this is such a nice place. I
don't know, man. I like quiet, dingy.
I mean, I don't mind quiet. I don't mind quiet, and I don't actually mind people keeping to themselves. I love that. But if you get a couple drinks in me, I can't do that if the place is super bubbly. So I am going to talk.
Yeah.
And which is really weird because I don't like doing that if I'm sober. But drunk me is all about talking to people.
Yes, you are. Yeah, absolutely.
And so,
what was that last St. Patty's when we that was like the only time we've ever gone out drinking on St. Patty's?
Yeah. Was that with your dad?
Year? No, it's just you and I. It was either last year or the year before last. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was 2018 that you and I actually went out for St. Patty's.
Yeah, it definitely would have been 2018 because 2020 we didn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since we've gone out for St. That was I mean, technically we hung out this St. Patty's, but you just came over to the house and we hung out for a couple hours.
I forgot it was St. Patty's, and I think I talked about my mom.
Yeah, you brought it up, and that was the day that the flood came.
Yeah,
it was terrible.
But yeah, no. So that place was amazing. I ended up talking to this older construction couple that was sitting next to us They sat next to us for about an hour before I actually said anything because I was trying to get comfortable. And then I got a couple rum and cokes. And then finally I was just like, all right, hey, man, just talking to you. And so I started talking to him. There was this couple of girls. I want to call them something, honestly. Like
a pod of girls?
Yeah, I want to give them a name. Anyways, or a title. I want to give them a title. But anyways, there's these girls there. And there was this one dude with them who looked like he had just gone shopping. Okay. All right. Like he had a bag, but then he was also carrying one of the girls' purse. And you could tell he was just the guy that was like dating one of them, didn't want to be there, but was having to be there. Because he was just sitting there, just like looking like he was like bored out of his mind while these 3 girls are talking and dancing. And he's just like,
yeah, that sounds about right.
And then Zach and I walked by him because I wanted to go smoke outside. Come back in, he's still sitting there just like, and I didn't see the girls inside. I'm like, you look like you're having fun, man. He's like, I'm having a blast. And then we start talking, hitting it up for a little bit. The girls show back up and don't take our seats, but just get in the way of where we were sitting. Like our drinks are still full and sitting there, and they're like surrounding it at the bar. Defense. And I look over, I'm like,
you're not taking these drinks.
And he's like, he looks at me, he's like, that's yours. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, good luck. And then we walk over there. I was like, hey, ladies, I'm like, you guys can have the seats, but can we get our drinks? And they're like, oh no, we're not sitting here. Sorry. They're like,
we're just guarding your drinks.
They're like, you guys
get them.
They're like, you can sit here, and they get out of the way. And then one's like, come on, just take a seat, and pulls the chair out and it's like, take your seat back. It's all good. And we're like, are you sure? They're like, yeah. Take your seat. And so I slide in because she didn't really give us much room to like, I don't know how to do it. Like she was holding it.
Yeah.
But like,
barely out. Like,
yeah. Take your seat. Take your seat right here. And I'm like, I'm on this side of her. So I'm like,
okay.
okay. So I get in after moving her arm out of the way.
I'm trying to take my seat, man. I appreciate it.
And then Zach's just looking at her, she's like, no, come on, take your seat. He's like, oh, yeah. And then they start talking to him. And I got mad at Zach about this because I'm like, you have to respond. You've been telling me you want to talk to different people. And these 3 girls are actually trying to start talking to you at this point. And he's just like,
yeah.
No, just doesn't say anything. Just looks at them, doesn't sit down. She's like, take your seat. I'm like, Zach, sit down. Just sit down. He sits down. And then I was like, all right, thanks, ladies. I'm like, so whose birthday is it? Because it was one of those birthdays. I heard someone yelling at it when I was outside. So they're like, oh, it's her, blah, 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 said her name. And she's like, thank you for wishing me happy birthday. And then she comes and starts talking a little bit to us. And then they were like, all right, because Zach just refused to be a part of that at all. And then they walk off, and I was like, they're hot.
You had so many opportunities to talk to them. Oh my god. Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap up this week.
Dude, oh my god, it just killed me. But all right. Peace, guys.